It's finally game one, guys. It's finally October 7th. Time for the Chicago Cubs to get their postseason going. Game one tonight against the San Francisco Giants from Wrigley Field. And it's Jon Lester against Johnny Cueto. Oh, I'm nervous. But more than anything, I'm anxious, and I'm ready to go. I have a good feeling. You know, the Cubs are the better team. They should win, and I think they ultimately will win. But just because I think they will win doesn't mean they will. We see it all the time. We see it right now with the Rangers and Blue Jays. The Rangers are about to go down 2-0. We see it every year. Those wildcard teams, they win a game. They start getting hot. They're ready to go. They come in, and all of a sudden you're down 1-0, you're down 2-0, and you're out. But I don't think that's going to happen to the Cubs. I think the Cubs are ready. When you think about as far as the two pitchers, though, it's a pretty cold day here in Illinois. It's about 40 degrees, so by tonight I would think it'd be in the 30s. It's pretty windy. So with it being cold, I would expect the wind to be blowing in. So it's going to be difficult for anyone to lift the ball in the air and hit it out, which, would definitely, without a doubt, favor the Giants. But, you got two sinker ball pitchers, so it's difficult to lift the ball anyways. But I expect Cueto to really manipulate hitters with the change of arm slots. Expect him to throw a lot of changeups. You got a lot of Cub hitters that struggle against those changeups, especially Chris Bryant, Addison Russell. Those guys have not had a lot of success against changeup pitchers. Although Chris Bryant, in the small sample size, does have good numbers against Johnny Cueto, but we'll see if that translates tonight. For the Cubs' sake, I hope it does. But, I'm just so excited for this game. I think a big key is getting after Johnny Cueto early. For anybody that has looked at Johnny Cueto's stats, postseason in particular, he's had a lot of success if he gets through 2-3 innings. And then, but if you can get him early in the game, get him down 2-3-0, you'll probably be okay. But if you let him go 2-3 innings and not get anything off him, a lot of times he'll really settle in. He'll start locating that fastball efficiently, start changing speeds, and next thing you know, he's 7-8 innings into the game, and you're losing and you're in trouble. So, there's no doubt game one tonight's a huge game. In a best-of-5 series, if you lose game one, you're forced to win 3 out of 4. Not to say the Cubs can't do that, but that's not a position you want to put yourself in. And we all know Cub fans, including myself, but people, particularly people in the ballpark, they lose game one, a lot of Cub fans will be on suicide watch right away. And if anything bad happens in the first inning, God forbid that happens, everybody will be freaking out with that too. So I think everybody needs to relax. I think the Cubs are going to win game one tonight. I think it will be close. I think it will be low scoring. But I expect Anthony Rizzo to be a key cog, despite the fact he doesn't have great numbers against Cueto in his career. I expect him to be a key cog in the middle of the lineup. Dexter Fowler at the top to set the pace, get things going. He had good numbers in the postseason last year. Could be his last, 3-4 weeks with the Cubs. Who knows? But all in all, this is going to be a fun game. And this is what, baseball fans, but particularly just talking about us Cub fans, this is what we wait for. This is the time of year we wait for. And for us to be the best team, it's something, most Cub fans, me, but even older Cub fans have never gotten to experience. And for that to be the case now, it's really exciting. I'm interested to see how Madden aligns the team, defensively. You got to assume Baez will be in there, but is he at third? Is he at second? Is Zobrist left? I would prefer to see Baez at second, Zobrist left. I expect Bruce Bochy to try to attack Lester with a lot of bunts. I expect him to be super aggressive on the bases. And with Ross behind the plate, if you go have Baez at second and his quick tag ability, I really think that could limit the amount of aggressiveness that the Giants have on the bases, because he is so good with that tag. One of the best, from older people that have seen players in the 60s and 70s, obviously when I wasn't around, a lot of people say they think Baez is the best tagger that the game's ever seen. I'm not saying it, but that's what other people have said. And I'm going to take their word for it. And if he is the best, he's one of the best. So I think him being at second would really help against the Giants' run game. And I do anticipate Bochy to be super aggressive, particularly if it's a low-scoring game, 4th, 5th, 6th inning. I expect them to start taking chances. But this is going to be a great environment, Wrigley Field. I'm super excited. I'm sure all of you guys are excited. Comment down below, do you think the Cubs are going to win? Do you think the Cubs are going to lose? What do you think the score is going to be? I'm going to go Cubs 4, Giants 2. And another thing, 2 more things I want to talk about. One, as Cub fans, if we get down early or something, another reason not to panic, because if you don't know, the Giants' late-inning relievers have not been good this year. They've not been solid. Sergio Romo, Santiago Casilla, they have not been locked down like you would think a lot of these playoff teams' late-inning guys have been. They're very hittable. Cubs had success against Casilla earlier this year. So if they do get down early, don't panic. They can come back. And that's something the Mets weren't able to exploit against the Giants because Bumgarner went 9. But on the last thing I want to talk about, just an interesting fact that I'm sure a lot of people don't know. Did you guys know that Madison Bumgarner, Bruce Bochy, and Buster Posey are undefeated in the postseason? As far as series, they've never lost a series in the postseason. That's a pretty crazy stat. And another thing is, did you know Buster Posey has more postseason wins than the Cubs franchise? I mean, think about that for a minute. One guy, and Buster Posey's not even that old, he has more wins in the postseason than the Cubs franchise. I mean, that's a stat, though, that blows my mind. But not that has anything to do with this series. I just thought that was a great stat, or a crazy stat that I would throw out there. But all in all, I expect the Cubs to win tonight. I'm going 4-2. I look for Lester to go 6-7 strong. Rendon, Chapman to come in 8-9, shut the door. As far as some other things to look at, is Connor Gillespie in there against the lefty Lester, or is Eduardo Nunez in there? You know, Gillespie was hot. You know, in the last game, he had the big 3-run homer. Does Bochy reward him with the start? Does he not? That's something I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't think there's really anything else that I wanted to talk about. All in all, though, just everybody buckle up. Be ready, because this is going to be an unbelievable series. And, you know, as Cub fans, this is what we wait for. So thanks for checking the video, guys. Thanks for checking the video out, guys. I'll be back either tonight or tomorrow for a review. But all in all, let's hope for a Cubs win. But thanks, guys. I'm out.